Everybody, it's time for another Redneck review. This is Robert, and today we are going over Nova, number 11. Alright, now if you've been watching my uploads on this particular story, you know I like it. I just don't think it's as good as the last rendition of Nova, but it's got a dynamite team here. I mean, it's still done by Gary Dunham, the writer. I mean, the original artist just isn't here right now. That's okay. They gave us great issues with this guy, and I'm a huge Nova fan. So, without any further ado, let's jump in. Again, it's a $3.99 comic. Gotta take off for that. And well, if you saw, I gotta take off for that one. So that's probably gonna be a 4 at this point. Just because I don't think I should have to pay $3.99 for a comic book. That's probably gonna have advertisements and stuff in there. So here we go. All right. Previously on Nova, we had him flying around a alien spaceship, taking on trying to help someone out. And when he came back to Earth, all of a sudden, all the light and radiation his helmet didn't protect him from, it made him blind. And now we find him in Carefree, Arizona, at the medical ward. They're trying to figure out why he went blind. He goes, an optical migraine? Oh my gosh, I'm dying. You're not dying, Sam. What about the lights? I've been seeing dying people. See lights? How can you be sure they're not dying lights? I mean, he's just being a kid and going crazy. I've done that a couple times. And he goes, an optical migraine may or may not be accompanied by traditional pain associated with a migraine headache, but it will go away. He says your temporary blindness is just that temporary. His mother's on here. She goes, oh, thank God her baby's not blind. He goes, and the doctor asks him, he goes, what's changed for you? Had you had any more stress in your life than usual? Well, my dad was the school janitor, and now he's not the janitor. Okay. He ran out on us. Oh, okay, I understand. That's terrible. And yes, but you've taken a. He goes, there's one other thing I've noticed about you. The doctor says in this issue, he goes, you've got all these, this head trauma from your migraines. What's been going on with you lately? And we see all these shots of him getting hit in the head, whether when he's Nova or at school. So it's this funny little moment. He goes something like, sorry, Doctor. Well, I can't think of anything other than, all he's doing is thinking about all this stuff that's going on here. Well, his mom is leaving. They're leaving the hospital, and he tells him, take care of you. Wear a helmet when you're going out and doing stuff like that. It can save you. He goes, excuse me, Mrs. Alexander. They're walking out, and the receptionist, you go to a hospital, and you're never going to get out without paying the bill, except for if you're this lady right here. I mean, she comes up here, she goes, excuse me, Miss Alexander, I just need a moment of your time. She goes, there's a $30 copay for this visit. Oh, can you bill me? I forgot my wallet. Mrs. Alexander, sorry, thank you so much. He asks his mom, he goes, did we just ditch out on a bill? Absolutely not. I'll pay them, just not today. So, I mean, I feel bad for him because, I was lucky enough in my life that my dad never ran out on us. I mean, me and my dad don't exactly get along, but he never ran out on us, and that's what they think happened. I mean, they think his dad just left him. And she's, I'm glad my mom was always so good, and she always taught me to pay everybody. But she goes, now please, his mom tells him, but anyway, his mom tells him, now please, get your butt to school and stay there the entire day, and stay out of trouble. I don't want to hear any more from Principal Billy, because there was, in the last issue, he just gave her down the river because he was not being in school, not being a great kid. We see him heading to school, and his mortal enemy in school is telling him, anyway, I'm not taking that kind of lip from anyone, so I put that kid right on his butt. He's a bully. I mean, just, plain and simple. You go, excuse me guys. He goes, hi, Kari. And he tells him, this is the girl that he likes, and just, they had a spat in the last issue. If you really are wondering, watch my earlier review on Nova 10. say it's, what's his name? What kind? The kid from the milk carton. He's calling that because he's been out of school for a while. He goes, I thought you pulled your dad and disappeared too. Sorry, I was dealing with some stuff. He would, this guy does not make things easy for this kid. Even being a superhero, he just makes him so mad. He talks about how his dad's a janitor, and how he cleans up crap and everything. I work at a janitorial place too at night just to make some extra bucks, and yeah, you get no respect at it. And what to do? It makes Sam mad. He gets ready to punch him, and we don't even see the fight. Just 2 minutes, 45 seconds later, we see him and the bully in the principal's office. He goes, Sam Alexander in my office. The bully goes, oh, yo, can I go to the nurse inside, Sam? Now he goes, I've seen you headbutt trees from my office window, Mr. Muppet. You're fine. Sit right there. I'll deal with you next. The principal pulls Sam in there and goes, I ought to suspend you. It's a miracle you're even here. But it's a miracle you're even here, so I don't think I should send you away. I liked your father, so I'm trying to be patient with you, but you're not making it easy for me. And he basically gives him this great break, even though he's fighting in school. He tells him, look, you join the chess club. You make yourself a profitable member of school. You make yourself have some interest in getting here. You're going to get on the wrong track. He doesn't know about the Nova stuff, obviously. But he tells him, you do that, I'm not going to send you to detention. I'm not even going to count this one. Just do as I ask and show this one. And he tells him, fine, I'll never do it again. And he sort of forces him, blackmails him even, into joining the chess club. I think that was a really cool thing for this principal to do, to just care enough about his students that he doesn't want him to, he understands why he hit the kid. I understand it too. Well, we get him a little while later. He's in class, he's talking with everyone, and all of a sudden his blindness and stuff like that, he can still see at this point, but he can't see really well. He's seeing all these lights and stuff, and he just comes in and he's so excited that he can hear everything, and he can see his blindness is starting to go away. He goes, it's a map, it's a map, the doctor was right, I'm not dying, it's a map. And the teacher sends him out of class again. He just cannot catch a break in here. He says, Sam, get out of my classroom until you learn not to disrupt the kids that do want to learn. So he's out of class again. He says sorry for being happy to see a map, and also that I'm not dying. I mean, he's just trying to enjoy himself. He's a great time. Well, we find that he keeps his word. He goes to the chess class, and he learns about strategy and stuff like that. I think that's going to play a big part in his new life. And we just basically in this issue go from his normal day. He goes to school, he comes home, watches his baby sister, and what does he do? He wants to go and be a superhero at some point in these things. So we find that he comes in here, he starts practicing, even though his eyesight's down. He's trying to blast his way, probably blast all these cans and stuff, working on his target practice, because he wants to be the best superhero he can possibly be. And he has all these people he has to keep up with. He was offered to join the Avengers, and he wants to get to that point one day where he can be an Avenger, I think. It's a little while later, after he's done his babysitting of his sister and stuff like that, his mom comes in and checks on him. And she goes, Sam, are you awake? He goes, and he waits. We find out he's not really asleep under the covers. So he comes up, and he waits to see his mom come in there. She closes the door, and a flash of light comes out. He goes, oh Lord, watch over my boy. He puts the helmet on and leaves and goes out to orbit. He goes, finally, I can get out of here. And he just goes off into the universe doing his, superhero stuff. There, oh great. He goes, I just got through this, I just had to come out here. He's like, I'm finally free. I can do what I'm supposed to be. It's just be the new Nova. And he says, because now I'm the only one. And all of a sudden in this issue, he gets a call from another Nova. There's possibly another Nova out there, other than him, who he thought was the last one. He says, just tell me you killed whatever did this to you, he says. And he finds this one Nova core. He finds out it's just a helmet. Just a helmet that is designed, sort of like the Green Lantern rings. They let instead of flying off, they let the other helmets know if they been captured. Well, this one signaled to Sam, and his helmet picked up on it and brought him to there, and this is the dialogue for this one, because Moore and Rocket weren't exaggerating when they said I was the last one. I really am the final corpsman, he says. He just tells him, he goes, I hope whoever did this killed whatever did it to him. And all of a sudden, this giant, grotesque spider shows up. He goes, leave me alone and we won't have a problem, he tells him. It's this, awesome little, right here it goes, navigation said failed. And he starts blasting it, and two more of them show up. He goes, just let me go home, he tells them. And they're all trying to eat him just like the last one. He says, get off me, I don't want to, he goes, I don't want to die here. And he's not, obviously in his pictures, he's not. And you're not eating another Nova, he tells him. All of a sudden to him it's personal now. You killed one of his people. These creatures have. And he's trying to go over here and avenge his friend, his fellow corpsman. He goes, this is Cole's personal log, and every time they kill one, they've killed several of them. And Nova just, goes after these spiders and makes them pay. So he starts to wonder if he's not only alone as far as being a superhero, but in this Horseman, he looks at the helmet and says, show me an active thing of all the Novas, and if it's blue, it means that they're not active anymore. He goes, are you telling me that all these lights are dead Novas? Any Nova that can hear me, report in to Nova Command. And he's gone. There's no one reporting in. I gotta go kill a sandwich, he tells him. And that's basically it. That's the whole story. It's a day in his life where he has to deal with school, his mom, his little sister and stuff like that, and being a superhero on top. So it's been a great little story like that. And it leaves a little thread for this. Deep in the Melovian galaxy, there's this guy. He's obviously a bounty hunter, and he's killed Novas. He has a couple helmets on his wall. He goes, well, it's good. He goes, well, it's good to be the toughest guy in the galaxy, he says. And all of a sudden, the helmet that he's taken has reacted. It's got the signal that Nova sent out and asked if anyone was there. And all of a sudden, this hunter goes and says, there's a signal out there. There's another Nova out there. So I'm guessing the next time we see this guy, he's going to be going after our little Sam Alexander. Alright, guys. Well, that's it for Nova number 11. All in all, this is a standalone issue. It's not part of a story arc. It was sort of a continuation of the last one, so it does sort of have a story arc, but I didn't think it was that bad altogether. For this one, for the story, I'm going to give it a 5. It's a standalone. You don't really know anything that except he's a superhero. Read this one. The actual, if it's a continuation of it, I would give it a 5 too. It's not bad. The art is basically the same. The only thing that keeps that from being, there's a lot of advertisements in here, so I'm going to give it a 4.75 on the art. And it's a $3.99 book. This thing is not worth $3.99, unfortunately. So, perfect story, perfect arc. For just getting into this comic, getting to know this character. 4.75 in the art, just because there's not enough of it, and it's a little overpriced. So there you are, guys. That's your Redneck review. This is Robert the Red Prince. Listen, if you love Nova, if you want to leave comments about it, let me know. I want to recommend this comic to you. It's pretty good. I'm just, trying to get in my head that this is the new Nova too. So if I seem a little negative about it, I'm not. I really like it. I'm just pining for days that have gone by, I guess you could say. Alright, guys, so that's your Redneck review. This is Robert the Red Prince, and God bless you all. Leave us some comments down there if you like this, or if you don't like it. Let me know what I can do better. Again, God bless you all. Bye-bye.